Welcome to this week's episode of the Sports Curious Podcast. I am your host, Amy Butchon-Siegfried, and I am joined by my co-host and the brilliant mind in my brother, Scott. Scott, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me once again. We're here to celebrate a new year and look forward to sporting events that you can conversate about.
That's right. Sports to me are the ultimate icebreaker because they can lead into any conversation, right? You and I can talk about sports, and maybe I don't know that much about sports, but just enough that I've learned from this podcast. But then I can turn it into, okay, we're talking about Paris Olympics. Have you been to Paris? You have. Great. Where do you like to go? If you haven't been to Paris, where do you like to vacation? Like there's all these ways around taking sports and using it to start a conversation. So why don't you kick us off with the sporting event of 2024 that everyone is looking forward to, the Paris Olympics?
And it's got to be number one. I mean, it only happens once every 4 years. So it's got to be the most exciting thing we have going. What do we have? July 26th through August 11th in Paris. We have
It should be.
pride of our nation, everyone's nation on the line.
Really what everyone's excited about. Simone Biles will be there.
She's coming back after the twisties, which saw her kind of drop out of competition. Probably led to a lot of mean things said on the internet, which I hope she doesn't care about, but she's the GOAT, so she's coming back, and I'm sure she's going to dominate with gold medals.
Did you see at the it was a Monday or Sunday Night Football, I can't remember which one. It was a Packers game, and a guy, her husband plays for the Packers, and a guy in the stands made her this big foam kind of hat thing that said GOAT, and it was made for her, and it was in Packers colors. And it was like, here, this is for the GOAT. Like, forget your husband. I'm here to cheer him on in the field, but this is for you. And she was so excited.
And it was a Packers fan that like dressed up with like icicles on his face. So it's
I
very
feel like
notable.
it was Cheesehead with icicles off of it, wasn't it?
That makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
Doesn't that make a lot of sense? I mean,
frozen cheesehead.
Frozen cheeseheads. So one of the cool things I'm excited about, opening ceremonies are always my favorite. We always get like 3 kinds of different takeout, and we, try to get excited about opening ceremonies. But for the first time in history, they're not happening in a stadium. So on the 26th of July, they're going to have the athletes parade in boats on the Seine River that runs through Paris. And I think that is going to be so cool. Like, what a cool way. If you've been to Paris, there's bridges over the river. Like, it's such a big, long, winding, beautiful river. But it'll be so interesting to see how they do that. And God bless security for that, because that's got to be a nightmare.
So are they going to have like performers on the bridges and stuff? How are they going to
I don't know.
do that? Do we know?
Performers on boats? I don't really know. I think
that would make the most sense. Yeah.
It's going to showcase the city in such a beautiful way, though, because the parts that you know of Paris are on this river.
And you saw that you had a chance to go to Paris and kind of walk around where all these events are going to happen, right?
Right.
Over the summer.
Volleyball. So beach volleyball is happening right in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower. I believe a lot of the equestrian stuff are happening at the Palace of Versailles, which is stunning. And so it will be, I think it's going to be really cool. People were excited about it when we were there. And I feel like you get a lot of flack about the Olympics and how expensive they are and so on and so forth. But people were excited about it there.
And if the locals are excited, I think the world will be excited, because we're going to have an unprecedented record coverage as well, thanks to NBC and Peacock.
Which is cool. And it's going to be really great for Americans, because a lot of those medal ceremonies that we're going to get to see will be in the afternoon for us, because it's in Europe, where previously we've had the last Summer Olympics was in Tokyo, which is challenging for all of us to be able to watch, except unless you have a small baby and you're up in the wee hours of the night. So they're going to cover every sport, and every event will be streamed live on Peacock. And I don't believe that's ever happened before.
So that's incredible news. So we won't have to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch Katie Ledecky win a gold medal, or Simone Biles win a gold medal.
Right. And that's one of our notes for this. Katie Ledecky has a chance to win the most Olympic gold medals for female swimmers. She has 2 gold medals to go, and she breaks this record. So that is something to look forward to in 2024.
I mean, I think every time she races, it's another record. So, I mean, that'll definitely be exciting. See her in the pool just dominating.
Absolutely. So we are not going in chronological order at all in this because we want to start off with the Olympics. But the next thing that
Mhm.
I'm excited about is the Super Bowl is in Las Vegas on February 11th. It's the first time Las Vegas has hosted the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we've come a long way since gambling has been legalized and embraced by the NFL. A few years ago, you never would have even dreamed that a Vegas Super Bowl, let alone an NFL team in Vegas, was possible. So
Mhm.
the money that legalized gambling and marketing has brought in for advertising has certainly changed things. So now we get a Super Bowl February 11th.
I'm very excited about that. One thing that's exciting about this, and we're gonna make this personal for just a second, is we are working with Dr. Jen Welter and our fabulous team for an event called A Day in the Life of an NFL Player, a football camp for women. And so you can check it out at footballisfemale.com. But we were so excited. It's the second one I think she's hosted at a Super Bowl. Last year was the Rose Bowl. And it's a camp for 400 women to come in and learn drills and learn skills from NFL, current and former NFL players. And Jen is fantastic. She's a incredible coach. And so we're very excited to be a part of that and really get the city of Vegas and some of our friends and family all over the world, but just get everybody into Vegas and celebrate this and learn from some brilliant humans about the world of football. Let's learn
Hmm.
about it. And Jen says there are no dumb questions. This is where you ask the questions because you're going to get the good answers. You're going to get the right answers. And it's incredible. Now we've never participated or been involved with this event yet. And so I'm so excited to see the energy because the photos and the videos and the testimonies are incredible.
And that's what the Thursday before. So it's just going to get the excitement level from our camp leading up to the Super Bowl even more.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be incredible. Who might we see if you were going to project? Might we see in that Super Bowl?
At this point in this recording, I'm going to say that we're going to have a lot of 49ers fans in Las Vegas
Mhm.
partying on the strip, enjoying themselves. And they may not look that great right now, but I think Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are going to bring a lot of the Chiefs fans to Vegas as well.
Two red teams. Okay.
So we might have two red teams who've previously played before in the Super Bowl go at it again.
I mean, I was hoping for another Kelsey Bowl, but I mean,
That's possible. That's
it's
certainly
possible.
possible.
One record that could be broken in the playoffs this year for the
Mhm.
NFL is that Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce could pull off the record for most playoff touchdowns by a duo. I feel like this is like the Grammys or something. But they have 13 in January. They set the record, or they moved up to 13. The record is what, 22? Yeah, record looks like it's
And
22
that's got to be
with Jerry Rice.
I'm surprised it's not Tom and Rob from the
Well, wait, let me
Patriots.
look at this. I'm reading this note really quick.
I
I'm
think it
sorry, it
is Tom.
is
I think it's Brady
I
and
read my notes
Gronkowski.
wrong.
Yeah.
They have 15 touchdowns. The other one is for Jerry Rice as a reception. So yes, so they only have 3 more touchdowns to go and they break the record. So let's keep an eye on that in the playoffs in 2024.
Probably going to happen in Vegas, maybe with Taylor Swift in the crowd.
One can
Potentially,
hope.
maybe. I don't know.
Potentially
I
maybe.
don't know at the time of this when this airs.
Yeah. If they make it through Christmas, we're set.
So then we'll be okay.
Okay, 2 other big things to look out for this year. The 150th Kentucky Derby. We love the Kentucky Derby. It's our highest website traffic day, all those things because people love the Kentucky Derby. They love the food, they love the hats, all the things. So we have the 150th Kentucky Derby.
Yep, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Get your favorite hat, get your outfit ready, and we're gonna enjoy this milestone, 150th running,
We're going to bet on some ponies.
and probably lose.
Probably that's a true point. And then last, which technically won't happen in 2024, but it will start with the college football season in 2024, is the expansion of the college football playoffs from 4 teams to 12 teams.
Yep, money talks. Uh, Previously, it was 4 teams in the college football playoff. They realize how much money is involved, so they're going to extend it to 12 teams, give 12 teams a chance. Maybe it'll break up the monotony of the same teams winning every year, give somebody else, some underdog that might get hot, a chance to win. And we also have major conference realignment. The Pac-12 will be gone. The Big Ten's embracing a bunch of West Coast teams. The Big 12's embracing some Pac-12 teams. So it'll be a very transformative year in college football.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting what the college football season like that. Tune into that podcast in August because we're going to have to make it about 6 hours to cover all
Mm-hmm.
of that's happening in the world of college football by then.
Yep. I think the main theme is just money. Money talks in college football.
Money talks, name, image, likeness, but also on the conference level. One thing I didn't mention as a record that could be broken in 2024 is the Boston Celtics and the LA Lakers are tied for the most NBA championships at 17. So, should one of them win the NBA championship, ideally playing each other would make it really exciting for those of us in the world of sports. But should they win, with one of them wins, then we now have a new record as well of most NBA titles by either the Lakers or the Celtics.
I mean, yeah, Celtics Lakers final would be NBA executives' dream for ratings. So I'm sure that Adam Silver and the league office are absolutely trying to make this happen. And
They're doing like
maybe
dances and
LeBron last year. I
seances.
don't know. Yeah.
But if the Celtics go, then that means I get more Duke content. Jason Tatum's son, right? Yeah.
Deuce.
He's Deuce. I'm sorry, I don't want to say Duke.
Jason Tatum went to Duke. His
That's
son's name
it.
is Deuce. So
Thank you.
you were
Yeah,
close.
I
You were
was
close.
close. I was like Duke, but no, that's not doesn't sound right. Okay, there you go. Deuce content. Deuce is like if for those of you who don't follow Jason Tatum and his adorable son Deuce, who started off as this little pudgy baby and has grown into not so pudgy baby. But he's awesome to watch in pregame and things like that. So that will give us some excitement in the world of sports and give my kids something exciting to watch about that for basketball too.
Deuce versus Bronny, 1-on-1.
I've got Deuce.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although, you never know. Bronny might declare for I guess that would probably be next year. When is the NBA season? Fins in June. Draft is in the
That
fall, so maybe Bronny James could
could be
be in the
possible.
draft this year too.
Certainly possible. If he's
Certainly
healthy.
possible.
Hopefully he comes back healthy.
We could see LeBron and Bronny team.
That's true in 2024. Yes. Also something to look forward to.
Also something to look forward to. Well, you know what I look forward to in 2024 is another amazing year of last night's game content. We are so grateful for those of you who listen every week, sometimes 3 times a week for all 3 of our podcasts, because we wouldn't be able to do this without you. You're the ones who help us keep the lights on and help keep us motivated to keep going. We love hearing your stories of success and how you are sharing what you're learning out in the workplace and how it's helping you make conversation and make connections with people, make those sales. All those things have been incredible to hear. So keep sharing those stories with us at last night's game on all social platforms. And Scott, happy 2024. May be filled with all the good things.
Lots of sports content.
Lots of sports content, lots of fun, lots of laughs, lots of adventures, and lots of Taylor Swift.
Go team.
Go team.
We'll see.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.